To introduce to you our new Director of Athletics, Ed McLaughlin.
Certainly, as I look at it, as I wanted to be a place where institutionally it matched up, not only a chance to win and win a lot of championships and be a national player, but I also believe in what VCU believes in as an institution, community engagement and being a premier research institution. That was important to me. I wanted to be in a community where my family could really be happy. And having my kids grow up in Richmond will be really nice. But I think there's so much success here, but as I looked at it, I look at the next chapter for VCU and being in the Atlantic 10, I think it's going to be unbelievable. I really do. And I think there's so much upside here for the people we already have and the coaches that we have. And I think there's people who want to support us even more. So I looked at all those factors and I said, well, this is a no-brainer if they think I'm okay for it. Thankfully they did.
There's a few different types of profiles that we could have gone with. But we felt like someone that had a combination of experience as an athletic director, but at the same time, the energy of someone that is, still reaching the peak of his career was the ideal fit for VCU and what we need in our athletic department.
If this were when I was leaving American University 6 years ago, VCU was starting to do things, but it wasn't nearly what it is now. This became a job where people want it now, and certainly not just folks who are coming up, but really established athletic directors think this is a great job. Then what certainly the men's basketball program has been able to do, but a lot of the people here have been able to. It's been incredible, and it certainly is. When I looked at it, I said, "Wow, this is what they've been able to do in such a short time is amazing." So being able to be a part of that is going to be fun.
I think so. I think the move to the A10 is attracting a lot of great things. I think we're finding that it was a terrific move on the part of VCU and our leadership, obviously headed up by Dr. Rao. There certainly was a ton of people that were interested. I don't know the exact number of people that applied, but it was several dozen. And a lot of that interest was obviously because of the recent success that VCU has had in several different sports, but also because of the transition that we're making into a higher profile league.
I think every campus is different, so learning the different campuses is going to be a huge challenge for me. Learning how things get done on campus is going to be a big challenge. But we have more student athletes at Niagara than we will have here. So being around is not going to be that big of a difference. You're managing the right people and the right number of faces. But me personally getting acclimated to the area and learning as much as I can about the place, so the alums and donors and fans understand that I love it just as much as they love it, that's going to be a rapid learning experience for me.
And for a few years, he always attended the Villa 7 consortium that, ironically, Norwood and Mike Ellis ran. And so I got a chance to get to know him there. And then when this job opened up, we were looking at potential candidates, and Ed was definitely someone that jumped out at us. We talked to Ed just about the possibilities here and some of the things that we've done, but it's also some of the things that we still are setting out to do. And I think he's excited about being a part of that.
And people talk about, well, what are you going to have to do to keep Shaka? I think it's quite the opposite. One of the people who sold me most on VCU was Shaka Smart. And he understands what a wonderful place this is. He really does. And he also understands that there's more for us to do. So, Shaka's been one of the people who has certainly made me feel most comfortable coming here and how much he wants to be here.
I was really involved. I was part of the search committee, and I went to Brazil for a couple weeks, so I missed kind of one segment of meetings. But other than that, I was, one of 9, very involved members of the search committee. Everybody did their part. Everyone worked together. And, at the end of the day, Ed was the unanimous choice of the search committee. And you feel good when you get to that point because there's really not much discussion or debate. Everyone agrees. And then obviously, once he came to campus and met with Dr. Rao made the final decision. And, we were excited to hear as a search committee that he felt the same way that we did.
No knock on the CAA by any stretch of the imagination, but this job became more appealing the day that the university announced that we're going to Atlantic 10 because it is a chance to be a national player at a high level. I think people in the Richmond area will be really, really excited when they see the level of basketball in the Atlantic 10 because it's real good basketball, and there's a lot of good coaches in that league, and there's a lot of good student athletes in that league. So I think people are going to be excited, and they're going to be even more excited when we win.